What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and today is Slashback Saturday. Now, today's Slashback Saturday theme is day and night movies. They have to have the title, the words day or the words night somewhere in the title. I picked Midnight Movie, which I only have on this horror 4-pack, unfortunately. Directed by Jack Messitt and starring Rebecca Brandis as Bridget, Rhea Grants as Rachel, and Michael Swan as Dr. Wayne. And I included Michael Swan because he's the only person I recognized in the film. I recognized him from the Friday the 13th franchise. A group of friends at a small theater are picked off one by the killer on the screen. There is more to it than that, as my buddy Horrific Nightmares Jam would say, but I am going to leave it there to avoid spoilers. Now, this movie did have a $1 million budget, but it did go straight to DVD and Blu-ray. Its premise is very similar to movies like Cut. If you've seen Cut, this will be familiar territory. Also like Cut, this has some very cool, aesthetically pleasing aspects to it. One of those aspects, and one of the Easter eggs that I like in this film, because this came out in 2008, and the other film I'm about to mention came out in 2006, in the movie, within the movie, in this movie, does that make sense? The house that is used is the exact same house as the Firefly house from Devil's Rejects. And I thought that was fucking cool. Now then, as I said, aesthetically pleasing, right? I'm going to get to that in the pros. Let's start with the cons. First con, the acting. The acting is so wooden and so halted in this film from so many of these actors. Now, this is a movie that was compromised of no big names, no real lead actors. You can definitely tell that these are all character actors, or people that are trying to become up-and-coming actors. And they do an okay job. I'll give it that. The second con that I have is there is a failed subplot within this movie. They attempt this bonding subplot between the characters that are trying to fight off the bad guy. We have this badass biker, and they try to bond him in a way with the young, pretty blonde Final Girl-esque character. And it doesn't really work. It feels like it was really just kind of etched in there. And they keep throwing it in throughout the whole film. And I'm just like, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. It feels forced. I just didn't enjoy that part. Getting into the pros now. Despite the fact that this was made in the 2000s and there are cell phones with texting, so it's kind of based around the early 2000s, this film definitely has a 90s feel to it. From the soundtrack to the way it's shot to the wardrobe of the characters, it feels like the 90s. I really like that in this movie because the 90s is, after all, my favorite decade. I really love the weapon in this film. As I said, aesthetically pleasing. Very different, very cool. This film could have been in a few different categories over Slashback this year. And some people have put it in other categories. The weapon is this... It's not a knife. It looks like a weird wedge corkscrew type of thing. Or spiral blade that he just stabs through people, twists and rips their insides out. And I think it looked really cool. Kind of like in Cut, how it had a very unique weapon. You have another very unique weapon in this movie. And because of that unique weapon, we get some interesting kills. Now, while most of them are stabbing kills, because of that weapon, they do look different and they look interesting. Not to mention there is a shocker of a unique kill in this film. I'll let you figure that out by watching the film. Also, there are lots of kills in this film. Really enjoyed all the different kills. Really enjoyed how many kills there were. This is a movie that does not skimp on the violence, on the kills. Now, it's not overly gory, but there is enough gore to satisfy most gorehounds. This is a movie that definitely requires the turning off of the brain. If you leave your brain on, you think too much about it, you're not going to enjoy it. If you just let it ride, eat some popcorn, and enjoy it for what it is, it's a very enjoyable movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you will too. Go and check out Midnight Movie. You can get it on this 4-pack. You can find it on DVD, Blu-ray, and there's an extended cut floating around out there somewhere too. It's called the Killer Cut, which unfortunately I don't have, but I'm going to look for. This is Bronco Juggalo say go check out everybody else doing Slashback Saturday. Come and join us tonight on the Blood Spatter Trio over on Sean Urshan's channel. And I hope you had fun last night with us on the Super Slash Brothers. of which I am wearing this Killer Super Slash Brother shirt, which you can pick up right now on my Teespring store. The link will be in the description box below, or you just go to Teespring and put in Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, and you will find it. Peace.
Somebody should have told you I'm the wrong one. All fun and games until you see me with a shotgun. Homie, I'm the wrong one.